Good morning, peoples. Today I'm going to tell you what I eat in a day as a Russian vegan powerlifter. Let's go. So I'm visiting parents, as you know. Thus, I am currently in Russia, and I had to find some protein here because I didn't bring any. I had to find tofu, I had to find vegan products, and in the previous years of visiting, I was like, oh gosh, I'm not going to find anything because everybody there eats meat. Well, kind of. People like their cottage cheese, their homemade cottage cheese, tvarog. They're obsessed with it. But if you want to find new vegan products, there's apparently a market for it because I'm not the only person who knows of these vegan products. So my friends who are not vegan, almost every single one of them has a friend who bought a product and they told me where to get it. So this is where I got for dinner. Yes, we're going to start with dinner. First, I have already showed you in previous videos that are not about food that there's this wonderful brand that's called Vegan Life that sent me some samples. They sent me tofu, vegan fish, and tofu paste. So this is kind of like a pate, and they sent me 3 of each. This is the last flavor that I have. I already had the tomato and the smoky one. This is the seaweed one. A little over 100 grams, and as we know, in Russia, they love to put macros per 100 grams, so you don't need to convert anything. It's so convenient. So, basically, this is 105 grams. This whole container is going to have a little over 116 calories and 5 grams of protein, 6 grams of fats, 8 grams of carbs. That's not much. It usually takes me about 5 days to eat this because it's really potent and I just spread it on something. So if you know me, you know that I'm obsessed with the Georgian and Armenian cuisine. And I got the Armenian lavash bread, which is incredibly thin and incredibly flavorful. I would not compare it to like tortilla or pita. It's wheat and it's different. So this whole piece probably has, I don't know, 30 calories. And it's not like I'm watching it, but I don't like thick ass pieces of bread because they're not super flavorful. But this combined with this paste on top is like enough bread and enough flavor. You know what I mean? So I will either eat this or these beautiful toasts, or again, they're rye wheat toasts. I thought rye means dark. No, apparently not. Apparently these are also rye. My mom got these and they're absolutely delicious. They're toasty, they are super flavorful, and they're like 5 calories a pop. So I'm going to put either tofu paste or some of these tofu fishes on top of one of these breads. And this is how these tofu fishes look like. It's basically a piece of tofu wrapped in seaweed and oil. So this is not a very low calorie thing, but we have other low calorie things to pair with our high calorie things and get our medium calorie everything. So the last tofu fishes that I got is tofu in tomato sauce. So those were in oil with jalapenos. These are with tomatoes and tomato sauce. Как бычки в томате. My dad used to really like little fishes in tomato sauce. When I was a kid, he always got those, and Grandma was so pissed because it's considered like a low quality product. She was like, buy big fish and not canned. Buy fish at the market. And he was like, no, I like this. And he would eat that with beer. So, yeah, I'm gonna open this whenever I finish my jalapeno ones. Yeah, and of course I have tofu, but I'm probably not gonna open that because we have cooked some other things. I'm gonna have a piece of pumpkin. I'm gonna have a piece of those beautiful roasted eggplants. By the way, my mom's recipe, I need to post this somewhere because it's so good. You just cut eggplant in circles. You lay it on a big tray and salt it heavily. And then it's gonna, like my mom says, pee itself, which means the salt is gonna bring the moisture out. And in other countries, eggplant has always been fine if you cook it right away, but in Russia, a lot of the times when I was a kid, it was bitter. So if you cooked it right away, you ended up with a bitter eggplant. And the way to get rid of that bitterness is to make the eggplant pee itself. So you lay it on a tray, salt it, it pees itself, you wait like half an hour for it to do so, then you rinse it out, and only then you put it in your baking little tray. And the secret sauce, don't tell anybody, is to squeeze like a whole thing of garlic, a whole clove of garlic. Peel it, either grind it on a coarse grinder or squeeze it using your garlic squeezer and spread it on top of eggplant and roast it for like about 35 minutes until it is soft and tender. This is the garlic squeezer that I'm talking about. You stick the garlic in there and then you know what I mean? You need your garlic. Okay, so that's what this is. It's delicious. We had like 2 tubs of this and it's almost gone. So I'm gonna finish this. I'm gonna have some pumpkin, I'm gonna have some broccoli, and I'm gonna have half of this poor vegan sausage. Some random sausages at Vkusville, which is kind of like Whole Foods, I guess. It's like a fancy hippie store where everything is organic. There's a fuckload of vegan products, and yeah, I think with that and the tofu paste and the tofu fishes, it probably will be enough. But if I'm still hungry, I'm gonna have this classic tofu. And in terms of macros, this is clearly the best. For 100 grams, we have got 12 grams of protein, 4 grams of fats, 1 gram of carbs, and 88 calories. This is 250, so this whole shebang is 88 times 2.5. Please multiply it for me so I don't have to embarrass myself in my lack of mathematical abilities. I totally forgot, they also sent me seitan, and unfortunately there's only 50 grams in here, so it's like a sampler pack for me, a powerlifter. It's probably how much a normal person should eat meat or fake meat, but the macros are insane. Look, there are 32 grams of protein, 3 grams of fats, 12 grams of carbs, 239 calories in 100 grams. So half that much in this pack. And this is what it looks like. As you can see, I just put it out on the table because I'm probably gonna finish it snacking, walking around the house. Yes, I do snack. And whatever's on the table, be it nuts or be it seitan, I'm gonna go num num num, num num num. So I'd rather do seitan because otherwise this bowl is gonna be gone in 3 days and I'm gonna be like, oh, why am I gaining weight? I'm eating healthy. Like half of you. Katya, why am I gaining weight? I'm eating healthy. Because you eat too many calories. If they're healthy calories, your body doesn't care. It's still gonna store them. I didn't make the rules. Someone else made the rules. Okay, breakfast. I told you about dinner. For lunch, I'm gonna have borscht, which is, mwah. Borscht is my favorite. So my mom made borscht, and we're gonna have borscht for breakfast. I am having a protein shake, a huge ass protein shake. And I made fresh mint tea, and I put some stevia in it. So now we're gonna stir it and make it all, as they say, as the chefs say, fully incorporated. Make sure the flavors are fully incorporated. Num num num. Also, in case you didn't know, you need to make such an amount of tea to drink during the day that it only fits in a mason jar. If it fits in a cup, you didn't make enough tea. Just in case you didn't know. I got some soy milk, but I'm not a huge fan of the macros. It's really tasty, but I'm kind of having it as a treat. I'm not putting it in my protein shake. So yeah, 40 calories per 100 grams, not too bad. Still some protein, more fats and carbs that I would like. So it's just my treat milk. And then I'm gonna have some apples. But the key that I want to show you is my new proteins. So look at this beautiful variety. I got pine nut protein, pumpkin seed protein, and a natural vegan protein balanced combination of brown rice protein, pea protein isolate, and soy protein isolate. The flavor is banana mousse. This shit is so yummy. Oh my god. In case you're wondering, Elementica Organic is the brand, and then these two, I literally just put them to Ozon, which is like the Russian Amazon. Or maybe it's in other countries too, I don't know. But Ozon has been here like long before sanctions. It's just kind of a Russian-centric marketplace. So there's a lot of companies from the former countries of the Soviet Union and clearly from different republics of Russia. Oblast. How do you translate oblast? States of Russia? That sounds wrong. Republic sounds like it's another state. Oblast. Please write in the comment how you translate oblast. Regions? From different regions of Russia. So let's look at the macros. Since these are made from seeds and nuts, they're going to be higher in fats. So this is the one that's higher in protein and low in carbs and fats. I mainly got these for flavor and for micronutrients and just to try, because where the hell have you seen pine nut protein? I have never seen it. So yummy. So in 100 grams of product, this one has 42 protein, 12 fats, 30 carbs, and 396, almost 400 calories. The pumpkin seed you actually can find in the States. It has 50 protein, so a little bit more than the pine nut, 8 carbs, 8 fats, 12 carbs, 320 calories. These both are so yummy, it's ridiculous. The consistency is very fine and the flavor, like, it's not scratchy. The majority of the plant proteins that I've tried in the US, they're scratchy. It kind of feels like I'm drinking a mixture of cardboard and sand. And no matter the brand, it's just a universal thing. I guess the best consistency is maybe Zao, but still, these are the smoothest proteins, plant proteins I've ever had. And I don't know if whey is smooth or not. It naturally comes from dairy, so it's gonna have a different consistency, but who cares? It's not vegan. Okay, the big boy macros. Why are they so small? 72.7, oh, no. Yes, in 100 grams, 72.7 grams of proteins, 0.8 fat, less than 1 gram. How cool is that? And then 10 grams of carbs and 340 calories. And then the consistency, what does this consist of? It has some flavorings. I don't know, natural or artificial, and then it has some preservatives, which I guess for big products like this is not a problem for me, but if it's a problem for you, just so you know. So, soy protein, maltodextrin, brown rice protein isolate, pea protein isolate, polydextrose, cacao. Oh, they put the ingredients for every single one. So cacao for the cacao flavor, this thingy for this other flavor. Soy lecithin, I guess it blends smoothly. And what are the sweeteners? You have sulfam of kali. He's not good with kali. Of kalium? I don't know. And sucralose. Okay, this is awesome. And in my shake, you will find 2 scoops of this, 1 scoop of this, and 1 scoop of that. And I'm obsessed. It's not too sweet. It's not too in your face with the flavor. It's just wonderful. And I've tried the banana mousse by itself. Still amazing. I also got some soy protein. Yep. I'll have it later. It's no flavors, no nothing. It's just soy protein isolate. Because soy, in case you didn't know, has the best digestibility and it's comparable to whey. So people who are like, vegan protein, it doesn't absorb, it doesn't digest. No, it does. If it's soy, it does, but I already eat enough soy. I already eat like enough, tofu and tofu paste. So I try to vary my proteins for varying amino acids. So I would rather get a combination of brown rice and pea protein and some nuts and seeds, which is exactly what I did. So yeah, this is my breakfast. Just a bunch of fruit and snacking on some almonds and грецкий орех. Как будет грецкий орех? I forgot the name. Walnuts, yes. Almonds and walnuts, and drinking my new cool locally made plant proteins. And I'm looking forward to have borscht for lunch after a workout. Yes, I found a gym. There will be a separate video from a Russian powerlifting gym because I finally found one. I used to lift at like a ladies' gym when I came here before, but apparently that's what you find if you use Google. You need to use a local like maps and local search, which everybody uses Yandex. So if you just install that on your phone, you can find fucking everything. All reviews, all gyms, all things. So my coach was like, where are you looking? He just typed in powerlifting gym into Yandex Maps and he found 3 close to my place. So my city is like 1.2 million people, so it's huge. And he was like, what do you mean there's no powerlifting gym? Because, you know, I came from Durham, which is 250,000 people, or Hillsborough, which is 7,500 people. And even in Hillsborough, we have a powerlifting gym, a CrossFit gym, a Planet Fitness, a something else. Like, we have variety, 7,500 people worth of a town, and here it's over 1 million people. So he was like, no, there must be something. There's definitely less like amount of gyms per person than in the States, but they're available. So yeah, that's all I eat. Oh no, that's not all. I will add the borscht video when I have borscht. But now I gotta run and get ready for a workout, and I will see you guys in another video. Like, subscribe, share with friends, write a comment, 4 more words to support the vegan powerlifter. Bye. How beautiful is this borscht? Extremely beautiful. Borscht with dill. The flavor of childhood. It's the best borscht ever. So, oh my gosh, somebody ate some dill. А у кого где укроп? Okay, my dad finished dill, so I have to have borscht without dill, but I put olives in it. I put the new fake meat. Okay, so my dad finished all of the dill, so unfortunately I just have olives, tofu, and the vegan meat. There's only 50 grams here. This is a super tiny, it's like a 2-ounce container, but it's really yummy. It's basically seitan. Here are the macros: 32 grams of protein, 3 grams of fats, and 12 grams of carbs per 100 grams of product, and awesome calories. And I've tried these other 2 flavors. They are really good. So even though borscht is full of cabbage, I'm gonna have some more cabbage sauerkraut because it's delicious. I'm gonna have an assortment of pickled mushrooms. Probably wondering what on this table is not pickled. Well, I've got lettuce. Lettuce is not pickled. That's about it. And borscht is cooked. My dad is having coffee and pumpkin and apples. Do not ask me, drinks coffee in the evening. That's kind of how I grew up. We just had coffee in the evening. I don't know why.